Okay, here is, we're gonna go take a tour a little bit of everything. So this used to be pretty much all grass. Started putting in the edging, put in some landscaping material, put our fountain there. We have now, you can see all the plants that we planted. Those came from around the house. So right where, he's taking a big old poop, of course. But we had plants all along the front and the side right here. We replaced those and moved them over here because it just made more sense and all that. So then got the mulch and all that. We've already trimmed up the apple pear trees that are right here. So we did that, and that's where those are right there. They were just really low branches that just were, the weight of everything was kind of like pushing them down. Emma's car. This right here, that whole side of the garage there was covered with all that wood there and vines and weeds, and it was just out of control. So we moved it away so we could spray for bugs and start killing, because this is going to be like a temporary parking area right here. And then we back up to a cornfield there, and then you can see this was all again overgrown, that we weeded it down. We'll have to probably do it again here, and all that. But that's the back of our yard, and the trees are right there, are back of the property. And then you can see where the stake is there, going all the way over there is their property. So we go over here, and we got so much to mow because of all the rain that we gotten over the past week, I would say, has made everything grow again quite a bit. But unfortunately our belt came off of our zero turn, and we had to get that repaired, which kind of sucked. Those are all raspberries and blackberries that I'm gonna have to weed out. They kind of just let them overgrow and all that. So I'll have to fix that. Over here is where the hogs used to be. We're gonna make that where our chickens and ducks are, where that building is there. This is where they used to just let their chickens kind of and ducks kind of run everywhere. And this is kind of overgrown. That needs to be kind of fixed and maybe torn down. We might tear it down, honestly. It's in such bad shape. And then they had their goats over here in this pen, and this will be my garden. I'm gonna put like a garden in this area, and then over there we're gonna put another garden over there. So look, two areas over here. You can see it's already kind of in the quick time that's rain and all that. And you can see the fence posts that go way over there. That's our other border over there, and that whole area there is all horses. So you can see it's already getting well overgrown. I don't know if you hear that. That's the local gun range. A gun range that's kind of over there somewhere, and then the train, you'll hear the train too. Coming over here, you can see this is the whole, there's our barn. You can see the fence on the other side of this field, a little horse stable thing there. And then you can see the fence, and it goes all the way over there behind that white building there, the chicken coop. And then it goes along there, and you have like a area in between, and I believe you can see where the stake is. That's where our line is of property. Tony, the cattle guy, he owns that field, all those fields over there. he owns. So, and then he owns it all kind of all the way up to these trees, these pine trees, and then these houses here are owned by just a single guy, you know, people that basically just own like probably about 5 acres of land over there. There's our neighbors there. They have about 16 acres on that side. They build you can see they're building a house now over there, and it was like a Barnado that they built, and now they're on to building a house. They're really nice people and all that. Get out here to mow it as soon as we can, which won't be until Friday when the lawnmower will return. You can see where the telephone pole there is. That's where our electricity comes in, and ours comes in actually underground, so it doesn't hang over the property, but it comes into the ground there, into the house, and then over to the garage. What else is there? You can see where our property pretty much goes all the way from where that telephone pole is. That's where it kind of begins, and it goes straight all the way down to the road from there. Mow all this. And then kind of not where those trees, first clump of trees, but the clump of trees behind that is our border. And then it kind of, there's a post or like a pole back here and all that marks our property in the corner. So yeah, we have a lot of trees to clean up, especially after this tree looks like it fell down and they never cleaned it up. This is all of our mess that we're gonna have to unfortunately deal with. They'll rent maybe a chainsaw. I really don't care to have one because you have to maintain it so much. So this is the back of our property. We want to basically maybe buy the 25 acres of cornfield behind there, maybe eventually. And see, we had to cut that thing up too. I mean, that thing is massive, and that's unfortunately all on our property. Just to clean it up, a lot of cleanup. So, yeah. And it goes all the way back to that corner there. You can see where that's our property there. So, good looking trees. We just have to cut them up, and we're gonna be doing a lot of burning there, I think. I want to use some of the trees, but I don't know if we can use that many trees because there is just so many to cut up, and just to clean up these trees so they look good, and we can actually mow underneath and get this going here, you know. You can see the property line there. This is where they kept the cattle. Is this whole pasture out here in front, all the way out to the road is the pasture. Ben, come on. And you can see there in the corner, right there, is where the it's all blurry, y'all. So that's where the property line goes. Is kind of like all the way, and then to the telephone pole, and over there to the corner. So it kind of goes like this to the telephone pole, out to that post out there, and goes in between. Just on the other side of that fence is ours, and then all the way out to the road, which is, it's a good size distance. I even joke about our driveway becoming like giving it a name, like a drive, like a one-sec drive or something like that. So, and there's the barn. So I'll film that next, but you can see that's all of ours right there.